Imagine you're a detective looking at the huge ancient Colosseum in Rome, but something important is missing. The Colosseum is a giant, round arena where Romans used to watch exciting events like gladiator fights. But today, it looks more like a half-eaten donut. The big mystery is, what happened to the missing half of the Colosseum? The missing half of the Colosseum is a puzzle that has intrigued many people, like piecing together a giant jigsaw puzzle. It's important because the Colosseum is not just any old building. It's a world-famous landmark and part of our shared history. Solving this mystery helps us understand what life was like long ago and how precious historical sites can change over time. One example that shows what might have happened involves natural disasters. A few hundred years after the Colosseum was built, a huge earthquake hit Rome. It was so strong that it caused parts of the Colosseum to crumble and fall. So many historians think the earthquake was a big reason why half of the Colosseum is gone. Another real-world example is recycling, ancient style. Back then, they didn't have big stores to buy materials, so people reused stones from old buildings. Many pieces of the missing Colosseum might have been used to build other famous places in Rome, like churches and palaces. It's like someone taking Lego blocks from an old set to build something new. Some people believe it's a shame that the Colosseum's stones were taken to build other things, thinking we should have tried harder to keep it whole. Others say it was smart to reuse the stones, considering how hard it was to find building materials back then. These opinions add to the mystery, making it even more interesting to solve. One challenge in solving this mystery is that so much time has passed. It's hard to find evidence, like clues at a crime scene that washed away. Some people think we should focus on preserving what's left of the Colosseum instead of worrying about what we can't change. This debate connects to the bigger picture of how we care for historical places around the world. In the end, while the missing half of the Colosseum may never be fully found, exploring this mystery teaches us about the past and reminds us why it's important to protect the wonders we have today. The grand old arena known as the Colosseum is a colossal amphitheater located in the heart of Rome. Imagine a massive, ancient sports stadium, built to hold thousands of cheering spectators, eager to watch thrilling battles between gladiators and wild animals. This awe-inspiring structure, begun in AD 72 and completed in AD 80, was a marvel of engineering. It represented the grandeur and power of the Roman Empire, showcasing their architectural brilliance. The Colosseum was not just a place for entertainment. It was a symbol of Rome's might and a unifying venue for people from all walks of life to gather and celebrate. The significance of the Colosseum to our main mystery lies in its incomplete state today. Once a complete oval, half of this grand arena is now missing. Understanding the history and importance of the Colosseum helps us appreciate why its current condition is so intriguing. It invites us to ponder what happened to that missing half and how such a vital piece of history could have seemingly vanished over time. To illustrate its significance, consider how the Colosseum inspired modern-day sports arenas. Its design, with tiered seating and a central performance area, is reflected in stadiums worldwide. Additionally, the Colosseum remains a key historical site that attracts millions of visitors, fueling tourism and helping us connect with our past. Many historians and archaeologists find the mystery of the missing half captivating. Some believe that natural disasters, like earthquakes, caused parts of the structure to collapse. Others suggest that stones from the Colosseum were repurposed to build other iconic Roman structures, such as St. Peter's Basilica. While these theories provide intriguing insights into the arena's fate, opinions diverge on the exact causes and timeline, adding layers to this ancient puzzle. However, challenges arise from the limited physical evidence and the passage of time, which obscure definitive answers. These uncertainties spark debates among historians and enthusiasts alike. Despite these controversies, the question of what happened to the missing half remains an engaging mystery that fuels interest in Roman history and preservation efforts. The exploration of the Colosseum's fate connects deeply with our main topic by underscoring themes of historical change, cultural legacy, and the ongoing quest for knowledge. It reminds us of the impermanence of even the grandest human achievements and encourages us to cherish and protect historical sites. In unraveling the mystery of the Colosseum, we learn not only about a monumental structure, but also about the intricate tapestry of history itself. Imagine we are standing in front of the Grand Colosseum in Rome. This ancient structure, once a bustling arena for gladiators, now stands with one side missing. You might wonder, what happened to the missing half? Well, the signs of disappearance is like a set of clues in a detective story that helps us understand why half of the Colosseum is no longer there. The signs of disappearance refers to the evidence or traces that tell us about the gradual vanishing of the Colosseum's stones and structure. This is important because it gives us hints about the past and helps us piece together the mystery of what happened. One example of these signs is the presence of holes and marks on the remaining stones. These were caused by people in the past who removed the iron clamps and metal supports. They melted these metals down for reuse, which weakened the structure over time. A second example is that many stones are missing because they were reused to build other important buildings in Rome. As time went on, people borrowed stones from the Colosseum as if it were a giant quarry. Some historians and architects support this idea, suggesting that the recycling of the stones was a practical decision during medieval times when resources were scarce. However, this explanation isn't without its challenges. Some people might argue that natural disasters, like earthquakes, also played a significant role in the Colosseum's partial collapse. Earthquakes shook the structure, and without its metal supports, the stones were more likely to fall. This debate about whether humans or nature caused more damage connects to the wider mystery of the Colosseum's missing half. Understanding these signs of disappearance helps us appreciate the complexity of the Colosseum's history and how humans have interacted with this monument over centuries. It shows us that the Colosseum is not just an old ruin, but a vivid story etched in stone, with each missing piece having its own tale to tell. By piecing together these signs, we unravel a fascinating story that not only explains the Colosseum's past, but also reminds us of how ancient structures are vulnerable to both the elements and human actions. So, the next time we stand before the Colosseum, we can imagine the bustling life it once held and ponder the mysteries of its missing half. The Colosseum, one of Rome's most iconic landmarks, is famous for its grand structure. But if you look closely, you'll notice that part of it seems to be missing. Theories from the past help us explore this intriguing mystery. These theories are ideas that people from long ago came up with to explain why half of the Colosseum is gone. They provide clues and perspectives that make us feel like detectives trying to solve an ancient puzzle. Understanding these theories is important because they help us piece together history like a giant jigsaw puzzle. They offer explanations that either come from historical records or are based on what historians think might have happened. For example, one popular theory suggests that an earthquake in 847 AD caused significant damage to the Colosseum, leading to its partial collapse. Another theory proposes that the missing portions were taken apart over many years, with stones and materials repurposed to build other structures in Rome, like churches or palaces. These theories not only help us understand the fate of the Colosseum, but also illustrate how people have reused resources throughout history, much like how we recycle today. When parts of the Colosseum were used in new buildings, it showed how resourceful the Romans were, making the most out of materials they already had. However, not everyone agrees with these theories. Some believe that it's difficult to pin down one explanation, as multiple factors might have contributed to the Colosseum's current state. There's also debate on whether the destruction was intentional, as using the structure as a quarry was more about practicality than anything else. Additionally, while some historians argue about the accuracy of the dates and events, others emphasize the importance of preserving and interpreting what remains of ancient sites. These theories from the past connect deeply with the story of the Colosseum itself, influencing how we view not just this magnificent arena, but also the city of Rome. By exploring these ideas, we begin to see how history is filled with complexities, and how the discoveries made by studying these theories influence our understanding of what life was like in ancient times. This mysterious journey through history encourages us to think critically and appreciate the layers of stories that ancient structures like the Colosseum hold within their stones.